How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I am Dave B. I sell Chevys here at Schumacher Chevrolet of Livingston, and today is an extremely windy day, so we're not going to do any filming outside. What we're going to do is we're going to sit in the only Tahoe I have on the lot, this 2019 GM certified Tahoe, and I'm going to tell you a quick story about a different Tahoe. It was a Tahoe I sold recently, and it really was a deal that solidified that why and how I started this YouTube channel in the first place is actually somewhat of a success to me. If you go back and watch the welcome video that I made on this channel about 4 years ago, I kind of described why I started this channel. And I started it to do a couple things, to help people that are looking to buy cars, to help people that are looking to sell cars, and to help people that need to understand Chevrolet product. And I did just that. You know, I make videos that are either dealership life, which is kind of my behind the scenes of what it's like for me working at this particular dealership, and I do product videos which show you, the Chevrolet product line, among other things. And I did it in hopes to help people that are looking to either, like I said, buy cars, sell cars, or learn about cars, And one of the stories that I really wanted to tell was a story of a gentleman that called me out of the blue. Now, he watches my channel, and he was watching basically to get information on the new body Tahoes. He's a couple states away, and one day he decided to call me, and he was very adamant about not wasting my time. He wanted to make the call, but he didn't want to make the call, but he felt like he can get an honest answer from me about an experience he was having at his current dealership. Now, the experience was he had a Tahoe on order, and it was on order for about 24 weeks, with no build date, no update, no time frame of when he would actually get a truck. Now, that's not out of the ordinary right now because there are pretty long build times on certain vehicles, but his question to me was, am I ever going to see a truck? So what I asked him first was, what did you order? And he was ordering a Tahoe High Country. He wanted it in black. He wanted it to have the black 22-inch wheels. He wanted it to have the sunroof. Like, he wanted a loaded up truck. First thing that came to my mind at that moment was, one, the black wheels are on constraint, so you can't get those right now. So if that's what you ordered, that could very well be the one item that's holding up that build. Two, High Countries are going to be produced in a very small percentage. There's not a lot of them being built at the current moment. So when a dealer gets their consensus or their allocation for that week or whatever the case may be, they may not be able to even order a High Country model. Now, being a salesman, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you know your inventory. And I just happened to know that I had a customer that ordered a Tahoe. It wasn't my customer, but the dealership had a customer that ordered a Tahoe High Country that had canceled the deal. And I remember this being talked about. I knew it was something that was possibility. And I explained that to the customer right there on that initial phone call that, you know what, I might have a truck that could help you out. Let me find out. Let me call you back. So I got his information, and I got to work to see if this Tahoe was an available unit. And fortunate for both myself and for my client, I did have a Tahoe High Country coming in. Here it is right here. You can see I took some video footage of it the day he was picking it up. Now, it did not have the wheels he wanted. This had the standard High Country wheels. It didn't have like black emblems, black badges, anything like that. It didn't have the rear media, which is something he didn't care about anyway. So for the most part, this was the exact vehicle he was trying to get. Now, when I called him back about a half hour after our first conversation and told him the truck was available, I already had a build week. I already had an estimated time of when it would be here, and I took what he was waiting about 24 weeks for down to about a 3 to 4 week window of when that truck would land on the ground. So what I recommended he did was call his current dealer and find out, do they have an actual build date yet? Has it been accepted by General Motors? And if it hasn't, well, then he has that decision to make. Does he want to wait longer, or does he just want to put a deposit and buy the one that I have coming in? And he did just that. Called his dealer, found out they did not have a build week, canceled that order, called me back, put a deposit on our car. I stayed in touch with him throughout the couple weeks until it got to that point where it was built. Then I tracked it with our assistant we can use to actually track shipments and kept him up to date exactly when that truck would be here. Once it got here, we scheduled time for him to pick it up. He came down, I think he was like maybe an hour and a half away. It wasn't too far, a couple states away, but relatively close. And he took delivery, and he was super happy. He went from not knowing when he would ever get a truck to driving a truck just by placing a phone call to me, which he was reluctant to do because he didn't want to make the call to actually waste my time. And here it turned out that it was the right move for both him. It was the right move for us because we ended up selling a truck. It couldn't have worked out any better. And it really solidified in my mind, like I said earlier, that the way I started this YouTube channel was not to sell cars. It was not, you know, for monetary gain in a sense, although you do make some money through YouTube, which is why I need you guys to subscribe and like videos and comment, which you're doing a fantastic job with. But so keep it up. But, you know, the whole idea is help people and it will come back to you in other ways. So let that be the lesson for the day. You know, karma is a real thing. If you do good, good will come back to you one day. You may not notice it at first, but you know, I'm proof, and just from my experiences, that just doing some good and putting some knowledge out there and just doing things that could possibly help someone else out will pay off in the long run. Have a great day.